name is James Williams Jr., so I hope y'all enjoy this, because they say other people's life make other people happy when they're in misery. Or as the saying goes, it's always funny until it's happening to you. Well, many, many years ago, back in my early 20s, I've had some really bad job experience. I've had 30-something jobs before I was 30 years old. Well, funny how things happen out in jobs, because I'm that guy, you know, the one who don't bite his tongue when he should, should really learn to shut the hell up when he should. Yeah, that's me. Well, anyway, if I couldn't back the crap up, I would shut up. But you know what? These things here work wonders, and they win wars. But anyway, back to the story at hand. So, out of my jobs, I've burnt down maybe 5 or 6 bridges. Give or take a few. I can tell you quite a few places that will never give me another job. Burger King is one of them. Yes, Burger King. I said it. They'll never give me another job. Sears, they'll never give me another job either. Because those are 2 of the places that I didn't just burn the bridges down. I nuked them damn things. So, let's talk about Sears first. Because back then it was like my highest paying job. It was $5.25 an hour. And I needed a job. So I got a job cleaning up. This is where the story gets bad. When you're cleaning up bathrooms, you would never think it's bathroom. No. Your bathrooms that you clean up in stores ain't like that shit you see at home. Not by a long shot. I always thought that being a man, I thought it was gross. But I never knew how gross women truly were. The women's bathroom in this place sucked ass. They had shit on walls, shit on stalls, and I had to clean them with gloves with holes in them. So that was not fucking cool. Alright? That wasn't cool at all. But I will tell you this. The men's bathroom, the only problem we had was some gay dude kept putting his phone number on the damn stall. I had to paint it every freaking day. But that was alright. But when I had to go clean the women's bathrooms, even the PMS bags weren't that bad. But you tell me how the hell a person who has to sit down to use the bathroom, whether it's number 1 or number 2, how the fuck do you miss? And worse than that, who goes in the bathroom and shits on the fucking wall and writes their fucking name in it? Who does that? Well, that kind of led up to some of the events that I'm about to speak of, working at Sears for the ICC Cleaning Company. So one day, Thanksgiving came along. And I'm part Native American, so I love my Thanksgiving. I love my ham. I ain't too fond of turkey, but I love that ham. I eat everything else. But when it comes down to it, my job is cleaning. And then cleaning. One day I came home from work, didn't think nothing about it, went back to work the next day. The day after Thanksgiving, they had this Thanksgiving bash. Room probably won't no bigger than the room I'm laying in right now. There was maggots and puke and vomit hanging all over trash cans. It was like Mount St. Helena erupted in there. So the Native American in me went on a motherfucking warpath, and I went slam. And me and one of the managers, her name was Gail. She was a tall Amazon bitch, and no, I don't know her last name, and I don't give a fuck if I ever see her again. But we had a few run-ins before this. But I sat there and I told that bitch, I said, y'all don't have no home training. I know 3-year-olds be cleaner than y'all. And so after that, she went and said, I'm going to tell your boss. I said, go ahead, tell him. If I see him, I'll tell him first. So, went on about my business and shit, right? Didn't think nothing else of it. See my boss, told him what happened, nothing. Didn't think nothing of it. And this is how consequences of your actions come back to bite you in the ass. So, a couple weeks go by. The movie Friday comes out. That night, I go see it. Earlier that day, the boss asked me if I could come to work for an hour. And I told him that I couldn't because I had to babysit my younger brother at the time. So he said, well, come in Sunday for about an hour. I said, okay, I'll make the arrangements. So I came in for about an hour, and that son of a bitch worked me like a goddamn dog. And he worked me like a husky. So, at the end of the hour, I'm about to go home. I'm getting this stack of papers. 15 pages deep. Technically it was 14 and a half because he could have saved the tree, but that's half sheet of paper. I'm not thinking about that shit. I jump in the car, throw the bag of paper on the damn seat, start driving. I'm shifting my gears, and I'm looking at that paper. Just shifting and looking, shifting and looking. I got to read that paper. So I get to the house, throw the car on first, pull up the emergency brake, read the paper, and before I get out the door, I got 2 pages read. Now I'm ready to go. By the time I got to the damn porch, I done read all 15 pages. My uncle comes out and goes, "Why are you smiling?" I said, "Man, you ain't gonna believe this shit. I just got fired on my damn day off." And no, it wasn't stealing boxes. But I didn't think you should get fired on your day off. But apparently, that's some real life shit. Now let me tell you about Burger King. Burger King, good place to make money if you're in a restaurant. Good way to earn a great check. Honest work, Never had a dishonest job a day in my life. Think about it, but right now, I need real work. So now I'm going to work at Burger King, and this is some ironic shit. I only worked there 2 nights a week because that was the only position they had for night porting. When I first got the job, there was mustard and bleach fight, and I went in there and I told everybody, "Y'all not gonna do this shit on Monday and Tuesday. I don't care what you do Wednesday through Sunday, but on my night, y'all don't do this shit." I threatened the hell out of big fat white women, skinny white men, but they ain't throw no more bluster and bleach all over the place. Well, anyway, as time went on, there would be good nights and there would be bad nights, but my last night was probably the worst. And my last night at Burger King, it started off wrong when I got there. First they was in the Uh-oh. Well, first they was doing it, and that was cool and all, but the boss had his ass on his back. And 2 assholes can't function in the same place at the same time. It don't work that way. At all. So basically what happened was, the man got a raw hair up his ass and kept calling me Jethro. And everybody who watched TV know that when the Beverly Hillbillies came out, Jethro was a resident black man. He was a white man, but he was a black man. He was a resident nigger. Now for those who don't have the knowledge of knowing about the Beverly Hillbillies, go watch it. Watch how dumb Jethro is, and basically you'll figure out that the man was trying to call me a nigger without calling me a nigger. So if you're going to call me a nigger, just call me a fucking nigger and get it over with. Because I don't play that shit. But anyway, we had got a reprimand from Mountain Valley telling us that the night porters, myself and the other 2 guys, couldn't go in the walk-in no more. Of course, my boss, Don, wanted to be the man in charge. So he sent me in the walk-in, got me in all kinds of shit. To make a long story short, Don decided that if I didn't do what he said, I was effing out there. I'll give y'all the long version if my comedic career ever takes off. Get the DVD. Anyway, as it states, I leave the building. And this is where I burn my bridge down. I leave the building, but I left my grandma's radio. And you don't leave nothing of a Native American behind. That's a big no-no. So I went back to get my radio. It was technically my grandmother's radio. And Mr. Don there decides that he's going to talk about James while James isn't in the building. So he goes at it. That little bastard thinks he's the baddest man on the planet because he knows Kung Fu. He probably couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. I bet you he don't know this, that, and whatever, and I think that he thinks he's the baddest asshole that ever walked the planet. About that time, I'm standing behind him. Other 2 dudes ain't said shit. And I come out my mouth real quick. I will beat your lily white ass right here, right now. Don turns around and sees me and turns 4 shades redder than the reddest thing on the planet. After that, he goes, "Thank you for threatening me in front of grown people." I said, "Man, these people want me to beat your ass. They got families to support, so they're not with you." So, I see you in the parking lot. Of course, when I go outside to get in my car, take my radio, I go over to the Food Line parking lot. Within 10 minutes, the cops come through the Burger King parking lot. I just got out of there in time. But you know what? Our story don't end there. Because before I left, I told that guy, I said, when I come get my ass check, you're going to respect me. And that's the bottom line. You will respect me. Or I'm going to snatch your ass over that counter and beat you in front of all the customers. So, about a week or 2 go by, I come get my check. You respect me. The story's not over. The story's just getting good. That wasn't the complete burning of the bridge. That was just me dousing it with gasoline. So Dawn moves to the 5th Street Burger King. My younger sister, she's working at the 5th Street Burger King. I gotta come pick her up. Been picking her up forever, I just never went in the store. But that night, I happened to be thirsty. You know how you follow your guts, you find out things you shouldn't have found out. Well, I caught this bastard, and this guy looked like Mr. Bean, looking at my sister's rear. So that put my ass in fighting gear. As I started to notice, I said, "Hey man, you don't do that." like, what are you talking about? I said, I just seen you and your friend here looking at my sister's ass, and I don't play that shit. Now, granted, here's life. You got a sister, people gonna look at that ass. Deal with it. Me, I deal. But when she's only like 17 or 18 years old, not quite a woman yet, somebody got to get their ass kicked. So I told her, if y'all give her any problems, I will set fire to the two drive-through windows and the front door and right out the backside with 30-06. One way or another, you're going to get your ass kicked or killed messing with me. And that's more or less how I burnt that bridge down. So, in hindsight, I've burned down a lot of bridges. A whole lot of bridges. When I worked at the movie theater, oh God, I really burnt down the bridge for the Regal. I will probably never get a job in a Regal company ever again. So, I'm working at the Regal. They just built it. Hadn't been there maybe a year. Maybe I've been there about a year. And I guess, you don't really count it while you're working. You ain't thinking about it until about 2 years later. But I did make it there for 2 years because I was still in my early 20s when I got fired. The boss's daughter came in after her. Millions of managers just kept leaving us, She comes in, she's 18, I'm 23, she thinks she knows everything. She doesn't. So she's making me clean stuff. I got a bad back because I suffer from car injuries or whatever, and car wrecks. And what happens is, she made me do all this stuff that hurt my back. Then the next day she made me hang up the dossier. So me and the new kid was talking, and I told him about the boss's daughter. And as I was talking about the big buffalo bitch, she come passing around the corner and heard everything I said. So she goes, do you want to be fired or do you want to put in your 2 weeks? I said, well, since I can't take it back, I guess you better go ahead and put in my 2 weeks. So that's another bridge burnt down, Hope y'all like the joke. Like I said, I'm a little nervous, so when I get a real camera, I'll put all this back up there. If y'all like it, let me know. Alrighty, later.